Hello, I'm Tom, the Sports Explorer. Coming up, we will walk the gorgeous Wadi Shish Trail in the Emirate of Sharjah. We'll explore the network of freshwater channels in the area too, and I'll tell you all the tips you need to know before you come here to tackle it yourself. Don't forget to subscribe as I explore our world through sport and adventure. I'm just outside the city of Khor Fakkan on the UAE's east coast. It's a really easy drive here from Dubai along the new S142 road, and it'll take about an hour. Just after you pass the big Welcome to Khor Fakkan sign, straight after you go through the first tunnel, you need to turn right, go past Shish Park and work your way down the weaving roads. So you'll park the car just by this trail information board, which essentially marks the start of this walk as well. It's perfect for families or friends on a day out, or even if you're wanting to escape it all, a solo trek, and it should really only take you about 30 or 45 minutes. You can tell there's fresh water around, can't you? It's very green, which is nice. Doesn't feel like the desert at all. This is what I would call a very Instagrammable walk. Look at that view. And speaking of Instagram, if you'd like to give the Sports Explorer a follow, it would be lovely to have you along. The first part of this walk is a climb up an outdoor staircase. It's only about 100 steps or so, and it leads to the old community of Shish. I'm becoming an expert at finding outdoor staircases. Have you seen the massive outdoor staircase I found and hiked at Wadi Shawka? I'll put the link to the video in the description below. It's well worth a go if you haven't done it. When you get to the top of the staircase, you should just stop for a moment and take in the view. It's amazing. Once you've stopped and had a little breather, you need to turn right at the top of the staircase. It's all signposted, as you can see, and you'll come across the little village of Shish. It's a wonderful little settlement. It's now used by local farmers working in the area, but what's really good about it is they have information boards dotted all over the place, so you can learn about the local area whilst you walk along. The reason I wanted to showcase this trail to you today was because A, it's just a really good walk. It's got water, it's got vegetation, great views, everything you want really from a nice walk. But also, this is one of very few areas in the United Arab Emirates where you can get up close and personal and see how local communities thousands of years ago managed to collect fresh rainwater and direct it to where they needed it to go. And today, Wadi Shish is one of the very few areas in the country to still have flowing fresh water all year round. As the United Arab Emirates has no natural lakes or no flowing rivers, finding a way to capture and use rainwater that naturally collects in underwater wells is a pretty important invention to have thought up. And in a country like the UAE, thousands of years ago, and in fact, even more importantly, in modern times, every single raindrop is immensely precious. The rainwater collection system here at Wadi Shish is called a falaj. It works by channeling rainfall from the mountaintops down to communities and farmland that need to have easy access to it. And because groundwater, freshwater supplies have diminished in recent times as demand has sharply risen, it's vital that these falaj systems are well maintained and looked after. Here at Wadi Shish, amazingly, they have refurbished the network of canals, so once again, it is working as though it was 3,000 years ago, fully supporting local farmland, communities, and biodiversity. Oh, look at all this fresh water. How glorious does that look? I can't resist. If only every hike in the UAE you were greeted with a lovely pool of fresh water. You're not allowed to swim in it, just in case you're tempted. Considering the UAE's average annual rainfall is less than 100 millimeters, it's really important to maintain, restore, look after these flage systems. It's really good to see. For much of this little walk, you actually walk along the canals themselves, which is really good fun. And also the sound of flowing water on a little walk in the United Arab Emirates. Excuse the pun, but it's refreshing. Towards the end of the trail, you'll turn right and come down some quite steep steps, which will lead you back onto the road. There you need to turn right and walk up the road back towards where you parked the car. I have to say, I really enjoyed that. The views of the Hadjar Mountains, the vegetation, the friendly locals, the history, and the flowing fresh water. It's like a baby hike, and one that you should definitely do. Thanks for watching this video. There are loads of adventures you can do in and around the UAE city of Khor Fakkan on the east coast of the country. For other adventures you can try, check the links in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe as I explore our world through sport and adventure. And when you come and do Wadi Shish here in the UAE, then do let me know how you get on.